What's going on today, guys? Welcome to another episode of the DailyC show, and welcome. Today I want to talk about something that has really been amazing for me to hear, and something that has made me realize I have quite a bit of responsibility, and something that I want to take very seriously. What that is the idea of me becoming a bigger role model in younger players' lives, and this concept that you have to kind of carry the torch here, or for me, I have to really carry that torch of spreading the right kind of message as a role model, and the things that I truly believe in that are going to help you have the best kind of life that you can possibly have while making everyone around you's lives better. So I want you guys to check this one out. Please don't skip through this one. Stick with me. This is going to be very important for, especially for you younger hockey players, but also for the older ones who are also the role models in these younger guys' lives and girls' lives. That it's just so important to remember that there's a lot of responsibility and a lot of influence that we have. So let's take it seriously, and let's talk about it right after the intro. So, what I'm going to talk about simply is what are my goals as a role model for younger players. Now, everybody kind of thinks that you just kind of do your thing, say what you want, and then it goes out there and people listen, people choose to listen to what they want, and that's just how it rolls. Well, I think things are a little bit different than that, because when you start putting out consistent content and people are watching your stuff on a daily basis or on a regular basis, you have a lot of influence there. And people will start to actually replicate the way you talk, the way you act, the way you think. So it's so important to realize that the things that us influencers say is so big. And I'm not just talking social media influencers, I'm talking about just in general, us players, that when the kids see us at the rink, when they see us walking around outside and they know who we are, the way we act transfers over, and they want to act like the older guys and the older girls. So take it seriously, guys. This is for the older players. For the younger players, pay attention to who you're listening to and who is influencing you. I know for me, I was lucky enough to realize the right influences earlier on and really allow them to kind of take me by the hand, more or less, and help kind of guide me through and kind of grow up with the right principles. This was from parenting to friends to all the different hockey players that I was able to meet over the years, and it all was able to come together, and I think it is the result. I'm kind of the result of that, and I'm very happy with who I've become because of that. So it's very important you have the right role models. So as the role model, what do I want to spread, and what do I want to kind of influence? What do I want to influence with these younger players? Well, number one is this idea of kindness. Now, it sounds cliche, it sounds a little soft, but I think that kindness is something that often gets lost in the world because everything is so competitive and so like cutthroat. And this goes for hockey, this goes for everything. And I just want to make it acceptable and make it common to just be more kind and more genuine to people. And that goes with being honest with people and not being afraid to speak the truth. And this goes for anybody, with coaches, with like teammates, with anybody, with parents, everything. Not being afraid to say the thing that might hurt their feelings at the time, or might not be the perfect thing to say to make them feel the greatest, but it's the thing that they need to hear that's going to help them. And that's kindness. Kindness to me is not lying and being honest and helping people get to where they're trying to go without making it more difficult and to trying to just make other people's lives harder so you can get ahead. Now I get it. Competition is there, and when you're on the ice, there like absolutely no question, you're going all in to try to crush that other player you're against. But your team, you're trying to support, you're trying to help them because you want to win. If your goal is only about you, I'm not really sure why you're playing a team sport, because the goal is your team wins and you make it to where you want to go as a result of that. So it's so important to remember this idea of kindness, caring, and actually giving a crap about what other people do, and that is going to pay off in the long run. And not everybody thinks about it, but what's the ROI on being nice and being kind is that in the long run, that can come back in a great way. So it's actually an investment. When you do something nice for someone, when you see them again in the future, you never know if they might give you something in return. They might offer you kindness back and create this kind of cycle where they treat you well, you treat them well. And the key thing here, though, is to remember you're not giving with the expectation of getting back. You're just giving to be kind. The point is that being kind creates this kind of cycle where just great things are going to happen. So keep that in mind, that there also is an ROI, return on investment, in being a good person. So take that seriously. Now, positivity is another thing that I want to talk about, and this goes along with kindness. And positivity, when I say that, is the idea that being confident that things are going to play out the way you want in the long run because you're taking the right actions. Now, not positive in the sense that, oh yeah, well, I'm just going to sit down and do nothing and things are going to magically appear in my lap. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking positivity as in, you know that things are going to be great because you're doing the right things. And this goes for teams as well. Positivity in the room, positivity with teammates and with coaches and with owners, with everybody, and creating these great cultures through positivity. It's so important to have this positivity just kind of radiating through a group of people. You'll see it with really like rich people, like rich groups, when they do masterminds. It's just this idea of like this energy, this aura that they all have about them, and it seems to just uplift everybody and bring everybody together and help push everybody forward. So positivity is just an absolutely massive tool. Now, some other things I want to talk about is this idea of kind of dealing with adversity, and also I want to help with kind of showing the real process. So as a role model, I don't want to try to just glorify everything I do and only show the best. What I want to do is I want to show the good, but I also want to admit and show the bad. So not every day is perfect, and sometimes I struggle. And if you follow my Instagram and you see the stories that I post up, oftentimes you'll see me post good things, but you'll also see me post times when I say I'm struggling, I feel overwhelmed, I'm a little frustrated about this or that. And it's not because I'm trying to be negative, it's because I'm trying to be honest and kind of show that everybody isn't always going through like perfection. But why I want to push positivity through the process of ups and downs is because you want to have that long-term vision up above where you know things are going to play out the way you want in the long run. And that's what's going to get you through those tough times. So keep in mind that nobody's life is perfect, so don't feel bad when things go wrong in your life. But at the same time, you need to have that positivity to realize life is great. Be grateful for the opportunities, and you're going to get where you want to go regardless, as long as you're putting in the right effort. And that's the only thing that matters. So showing the process, and that goes for everybody, anybody documenting what's going on in their lives. Don't just post all the great stuff. Post the bad stuff every once in a while. It's gonna help you, and it's gonna make you a better player, and it's gonna also make you a better person because you're gonna be more humble to the fact that in order to be great, you must also fall, and then you get back up, and then you move forward. Now, a couple more things that I want to cover is the idea of making it cool to be obsessed and to absolutely love something. So for me, I absolutely love hockey. It is what I love, and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. The only reason I want to make money is so that I can live comfortably and know that I have certainty in the way I'm going to live the rest of my life, so that I can play hockey, teach hockey, and just continue to grow the game in the right way. So it's absolutely what I want to do, and I just want to show you guys that there's nothing wrong with loving something and just being 100% committed to it, not being afraid to admit you want to go far with it, and you know what, not being afraid to just expose yourself to the whole world of what you want to do. Now, I know a lot of people are kind of hesitant, and sometimes they're afraid to say they love something 100% and just they want to go all in with it. And I'm not just talking hockey, I'm talking everything. And I just think I'm talking like whether it's soccer, whether it's painting, whether it's skateboarding, rollerblading, whatever you're into, there's nothing wrong with it. And don't be afraid to be passionate about it, because everybody having different passions and getting to live the life they want to is what's going to make everybody happy and spread that idea of positivity out. I just want everybody to live the life they want and not just live the life that is forced upon them, or the life that they're told that they have to live. Now this transitions perfectly into the other kind of two concepts, or the other concept that I want to explain to you guys is I want to offer you guys these ideas. I want to offer you guys a new way of thinking and new mental tools as a role model, as someone who's kind of been through it and learned a lot along the way. I want to offer you guys just the opportunity to think differently and to have these new concepts planted kind of in your head. It's like a seed, right? You plant the tree, you plant the seed for the tree, and it starts off very small, and that can be an idea, and eventually it grows into this huge tree. And you never know exactly what seeds are going to grow up to be that huge tree, but the fact that you're willing to water them and you're willing to even just give the opportunity for those seeds to be planted is so important. So keep that in mind, that whenever I'm presenting these ideas, I want to just give you these options and these concepts so that you guys can kind of think about it. The reason I talked about the leagues I want to play in, the leagues that you can play in, is because I just want to give you guys new things to think about. I'm not saying I know everything, but I'm saying I do know some more about some things than you do, and you know more things about some things than I do. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with admitting that and being willing to say, let this person teach me what they know more about, and let this other person, and continue to let new things kind of flow in and out. So keep an open mind as we continue along this journey and as you're following the DailyC show, and just allow these things to grow and to become part of your life. And the idea, let constant learning and constant thinking and constantly coming up with new ideas and spreading new ideas to your friends and to your family become just a consistent, habitual part of your life. And that is what I want to do as a role model for you guys. So I hope this helps. And again, make sure to hit me up with any questions or anything else you'd like me to talk about in this area of what I want to accomplish as an influence in people's lives. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're enjoying kind of this nice background here with the nice trees, and this is just the backyard of where I'm living right now up in Vancouver. So I hope you're enjoying this beautiful view as I am. Maybe we'll shoot a couple videos where we're up in the mountains. Leave a comment if you want to see some cool mountain backgrounds for some of the episodes of the DailyC show. So we'll talk to you guys soon in the next episode. Thanks for watching.